Oh my goodness, Nuggets versus Warriors. We're going to get into it, but just a second, I got to say something. I'm noticing a trend here, and it's kind of wild. Whenever the Oklahoma City Thunder is the first game of a doubleheader, just consider that it is a lock that you're going to miss the start of the next game. Also, apparently, no other team has started their season with back-to-back double overtimes. That's like 2 full hours of basketball in 2 games. That's insanity. All right, anyways, we're going to get into this one right now. I got into it middle of the second quarter, just like I did with the Laker game last time, because of course we did. And Aaron Gordon was flat out cooking. I mean, absolutely cooking. Maybe the greatest three-point heater in a single half that any player will likely have all season. I know a lot of people love Aaron Gordon, but I don't think anyone saw this coming. He had 50 points, 8 rebounds. He started 7 for 7 from 3. It eventually was 8 for 8 and then finished 10 for 11 from the game. Just mind-boggling. And honestly, it got me thinking, when you look at Aaron Gordon's three-point percentage over the years, the leap last year was crazy. Before that, I'm pretty sure he was in the low 30s. And 2 years ago, he shot under 30% from 3, and now look at him. Honestly, I'm kind of proud of the dude. Does this Denver team have a big 3? Y'all tell me in the comments if Denver has a big 3. I don't know. It's up for debate. But I can tell you what, I don't know who Joker prays to, but I do know what he was praying for. And Aaron Gordon answered that prayer tonight, because about a year ago, same time last year, if I'm not mistaken, Joker literally said post-game, "We are not a good shooting team. I think except for probably Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, all of us are kind of just average shooters." So we know Jokic cannot stand playing with guys that can't shoot. We knew AG was a dangerous shooter already, but he only took about 3 attempts a game last year. And this year, honestly, I think that can go a lot higher. Maybe not a lot higher, but I think it can go up to 4. Ironically, no one else had a pretty good shooting game, but that clearly didn't matter. I look at a guy like Christian Braun, for example, who just got a massive contract, $125 million for 5 years, and I'm failing to see if his impact will match that. I look at a guy like really close to where I live and the team I'm a fan of, PJ Washington, and his contract was 4 years, $89. He's making $3 million less annually than Christian Braun is, and I think he plays a similar role, just guard version. And I don't know. Maybe PJ's contract is just that good. Maybe it is, or I don't know, but it's got me thinking. I don't think his impact is matching what he got paid this summer. And yes, I know it's one game, but I can see this continuing in the future pretty realistically. Jimmy Butler, who finished with 21, had been Golden State's best player through 1.5 games, but then Steph put a very swift into that. He got into a rhythm in the second half. The threes are a given, but for me, it was the underhand scoop shots at the freaking rim, just throwing it up and once. It never ceases to amaze me. And people on the internet, on social media, love to imitate that, and it's just because no one else does it in the game, and no one else will ever be as good at doing that as him, at least not for the near future. I don't know anybody else that can even come close when you have those crazy. Maybe Kyrie. I'll give Kyrie the benefit of the doubt because he's the best guard finisher in my lifetime, that's for sure. It's also got me thinking about this Warriors system. It either makes you a better passer or it makes you a more willing passer. And I definitely saw the vision when the Warriors signed Al Horford. I definitely saw the vision, and it's coming to fruition right now. All the good stuff is coming to fruition, and he fits really well with this Warriors team. Buddy Hield had a great stretch in the last game against the Lakers where he nailed multiple big-time shots from deep at the end of the third and the start of the fourth, too. And tonight, he was really timely again. The fourth quarter rolls around, and guess who puts the Nuggets on his back while Jokic sits down? He just kept rolling. I don't know where Denver will land in the standings by April, but if they're looking real good by February and Gordon keeps this up, he'll be an all-star. This isn't a hot take. That's just what's going to happen. But I think the later we got into the quarter, Jokic really took control. He made some great reads, as he always does. He pulled the trigger on some good shots. Maybe the only dude in the league who can make a 21-point, 13-rebound, 10 assists triple-double stat line look quiet. Speaking of timing, one of the most timely guys in the NBA, Jamal Murray, had a pretty decent game. He finished with 25. There were more than a few chances he and Jokic missed late in regulation that I'd like to see them execute. This game, it wasn't about them. It was about these two dudes.
difficult shots in the history of basketball and then misses right at the rim. Gordon, he's been hot all night. Got another one. 10th three-pointer for Gordon. Denver takes the lead. Curry at midcourt trying to keep from getting a catch. Here's Curry, deep triple. It's good. We're tied again.
For me, I love watching Steph after he has a bad half or a quarter where he struggles. He gets ultra aggressive, and you never know what can come out of that. He could miss the next 10 shots, but who cares because it's Steph. But there's always the potential for him to do what he did in the final 29 minutes of this game, and it was beautiful to watch. We got to OT, and it just kept going. Gordon, crazy, and one off balance in the paint. Al Horford hits a corner three. He fits so well on this team. But it would come down to some missed shots by Jokic and some shot clock cheese. Shout out Chris Smoove by Jimmy Buckets. And he doesn't really do night-night in the traditional sense. I guess it's a Steph exclusive. But he got the win for him. Dagger. What a win for the Warriors. A statement win. And a statement 2 games to start the season by the Warriors. I think we got to pay attention to him now. I know it's 2 games in. They spoiled Gordon's 50 burger, and we got to pay some serious attention to Golden State as a contender. No matter how little games we've played this season, they were 2 formidable opponents in conference, and this is what we do. 2 games in, come on. This is what we do. We say some pretty bold stuff. Whatever. It's what we do around here. But I can't wait to watch more of this Golden State team this year, and man, I'm looking forward to recapping it all with you guys. I'll see y'all soon.